Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, I'm an introvert. But sometimes when I'm in front of the crowd or I'm on stage, it tends to disagree with what I believe in. But we will see as we carry on. So good morning, entrepreneurs, partners, colleagues, and members of the community. As Papa has already alluded, my name is Moroma Mutemani. I'm the area manager in the SME space in Tshwane. I look after Tshwane North, and Mabopane is one of the areas that I look after. So for me, it's an absolute honor to welcome you all today in this session hosted by Monetize Your Business in partnership with F&B. And our theme is digital tools. And we'll unpack it protocol to our invited dignitaries, representatives from business and government, our partners, and every entrepreneur in the room, all protocol observed. Today we gather here to celebrate more than just an event. Entrepreneurs are, you name it. We are going to be celebrating the possibility through the theme of today, the resilience and the entrepreneurial spirit that keeps South Africa moving. And that it can only happen through you. And as FNB, we are here because we believe deeply in the power of your contribution to SA Inc. At FNB, our strategy is very simple. Ours is to help entrepreneurs start, run, and grow their business. And I think when Papa was introducing me, he did make mention that I am passionate about that piece. We don't simply offer accounts and loans, we offer support, digital tools and market access, and partnership that help businesses scale sustainably. And you may be wondering, what am I talking about? But as the day goes, you will understand what am I really meaning when we say we offer the support that is tailored for you to scale your business. Through the digital tools that we're talking about, some of you already know, and through the F&B app and platforms like Nav Business and Marketplace, entrepreneurs get access to the free marketing channel for visibilities, and you would be saying, what are you talking about? But I'm not alone. I've got the esteemed bankers at the back. You can see that we've got stands there. You're more than welcome to engage with them, to ask questions, and they are geared up to respond to every question that you would want to pose to them. So these tools allow businesses to compete smarter, grow faster, and reach more customers. So it's really aligned with the theme that Monetise came up with today to say that, you know what, we think Mabopane needs us to come and speak to them about this thing called digital tools. Because we know that the digitization is growing at a speed in the world, and it's no longer for the big corporate. If you're thinking that digital tools is only for big corporate, unfortunately, it is not. Even the entrepreneurs in the communities, in the villages, they can use the digital tools to be able to expand even beyond the vicinity of the local where they operate. They can reach people even further from where the businesses operate. That is why we thought this is the best topic to chat to you about. So At FNB, we know that backing unstoppable business creates unstoppable growth. You might be wondering to say, when you say unstoppable, what are you talking about? You didn't just woke up and say, you know what, I want to go big. When you started, whether you call it a side hustle or is an established business, you started it because you wanted to contribute positively into the South African economy. Some of you here are hiring young individuals in the communities. By just doing that, you're creating employment. And we know that unemployment is the angst or a thorn in our flesh in this country. So for that, I just want you to take a moment and give yourselves a round of applause because you're doing something extraordinary. So as entrepreneurs, your contribution to South African Inc. is the power that keeps South Africa growing. You don't just do the side hustle only. You are contributing big into what we're looking forward. And we are looking at you to reduce, which is called unemployment. Today's purpose is about equipping you with practical digital tools, fresh ideas, and confidence to take your business to the next level. Whether you are here to learn, network, collaborate, or just get inspired because it's something that you are brewing, you are not in the wrong place. You are just right in the right place. Because you're not going to leave here without the knowledge to go and use when you go back. And thank you so much for your courage, because it really takes courage to start, whether you call it a side hustle, we don't call it that. We call it the power that contributes to the growth of South Africa. Whether you call it that, let us learn together today, let us innovate together, and most importantly, let us grow together. Because that's the aim. When we bring knowledge to you, we bring it so that you can grow and scale your business. Last but not least, I am not here alone, as I have mentioned. I am joined by a team of esteemed bankers from FNB. You can, colleagues, you can just wave your hands so that they can see you. So you are more than welcome to really engage with them. We took them out of the branch so that they can be with you here today to answer every question that you want to ask, every concern that you have. Please don't leave the door without your concern being addressed. As Papa said, I've got only an hour. I managed to negotiate. It's not only an hour. I'm going to be here up until we are done so that I can engage with you, because I'm very passionate to engage with the entrepreneurs on the ground, and I want you to relax, to enjoy, and to ask as many questions as possible. And I want you to ask the toughest one, because the team that is going to give you more or expand more on these digital tools, they really understand what is it that you can do. And when you leave here, please don't go and do everything that they have told you. Start with only 3. What would be the most 3 important things that are going to be your takeouts, and you're going to use them when you leave here? And you need to monitor, and you need to put control in place so that you can be able to say, I attended Monetise Your Business in Mabopane. I took away this. Since I started doing that, this is what I started seeing. And that's how you go into scale. And as FNB, we back programs like that because we know that as entrepreneurs, it's not all the time that you need money. Sometimes you just need only knowledge, and that knowledge will take you far. And with that being said, I would like to take this time to thank you so much. And once again, welcome to Monetize Your Business in partnership with FNB. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mama. Yeah, I'm so surprised. You said you're going to be here longer than an hour. And they will be able to see this.
Thank you,
you. Now, I want to do something quickly just to set the tone. Just to set the tone.
To complement our services. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Now, I did it on purpose because as we go through this workshop and event today, we'll be asking for questions. And if there's no question or engagement from this room, we have all failed each other. This is a two-way conversation. It's not just about us being on the stage, we also want to hear from you. Okay? So let me let you know how this program came about. As I said, I'm Papa Biz. So my background is in actuarial science, and I met Katie many years ago at Pretoria University. And as we continued growing and working within corporate, we decided to get married. So ladies, please beware, I am married. So as Haiti now, we got married in 2010, and we rolled out at the time. She was head of her department at Investment and Merchant Bank. I got to the position of being a vice president at the bank that I was working. But we started a business together. Which then became the fastest growing retail chain in South Africa, focused on African clothing. That business was called P&H Boutique, had shops nationwide. We then moved on to have other businesses in property, retail, online, agriculture, and different things like that. As we were growing our business, we started getting lots of different awards and being featured on Top Billing, and different entrepreneurs would contact us to find out, please, how can you help us grow a business? We see you do this without any capital. Can you help me in my business? And we started to get lots of different questions. This came to a head right about in 2020, where we started getting lots and lots of questions online, because 2020 was what? COVID. Everybody was at home. Over time, we got to see maybe this might be a business, but like you, the same way that we are, we started to question, are we really the people to be doing this type of business? Where we're going to be educating people on what to do? Are we really the people to be running this type of business? And the self-doubt really started to set in. When that self-doubt set in, we reached out, and one of our mentors, Vusi Tepopayo, he said to us, Papa, God never calls the qualified. He qualifies the called. And if people continuously are asking you, then this is a calling for you. Does that make sense? We started aggressively growing that side of the business around educating SMEs. It went quite nicely. It got to the point where people were paying us quite a bit. We would have events. We had our annual event, which is the Entrepreneurs Year-End event. People were buying tickets from 1,000 Rand per person to 4,500 Rand to be able to come to our events around entrepreneurial education. We had different speakers there like Vusi Tepopayo, we had Lira there, we had Mpumi there. We flew out speakers from the African continent, and we had just under 1,000 people that came to this event. Things really started to grow, and different corporate organizations were asking how could we get involved, and we were so fortunate that FNB came knocking on our door to ask, listen, how do we work something out where we partner together, where this education is provided, we can roll this across South Africa, and the entrepreneurs that come do not have to pay. Can't we arrange something like that? And that's how monetize your business, which we've been rolling out across South Africa. We've now entered into year 3, and we're just so appreciative, and we just want to give FNB a round of applause just to thank you. So that's where we're at. We're now here, and now what we're going to be having today is, the theme for today is using digital tools in 2026. The theme for today is using digital tools, especially for 2026. And why have we gone for that theme? One of the things as we're starting off the year, a lot of us, just like you and myself all, is we have big goals and we get busy. We get busy chasing our goals. But busyness often doesn't add to business. And there are many tools that are out there that can actually reduce the time we spend that doesn't add onto our business for our business to be able to grow. This is all about monetization, and we want to make sure that we have the time available to focus on what is important to grow our businesses. And that's why we've got that theme for today. Many of you will know it's not good enough just to be busy. Even ants are busy. So we want to make sure that we've got the tools available that allows our mind and our efforts to be involved in what will really grow our businesses. We're going to start off today with a masterclass segment. After that masterclass segment, we'll have a networking break. After that break, we will then have a Q&A and collaboration session. After that session is done, we will then have the pitching session. Now, just by a show of hands, who here applied to pitch their business for the pitching segment? Can I see by a show of hands who here applied? Keep it up, keep it up. Who here applied? Okay. Just have a look around. Have a look around, everybody. Have a look around. Okay. Now I want you all to know, hey, you guys, we received 74 applications from Mabopane. 74! So the team had to go through 74 applications, and I've been already counted by 1 or 2 people who asked, why am I not pitching? I also want to pitch, why did you select me? Unfortunately, there's 74, so they had to whittle them down just to around 6 or 7 individuals that will be pitching a bit later. We're not going to be able to listen to 74 pitches, unfortunately. But we'll all be able to take lessons later and be able to see who the individuals are that were selected, and we'll be able to take it from there. For those who are unaware, I saw some hands that go up. Those who are unaware, we'll be having that pitching competition, and the grand prize for the winner of the pitching competition will be 20,000 rand. Courtesy of FNB, thank you. So we'll be able to find out how that goes towards the end. Once that is done, we'll close off the workshop, and then we'll have lunch. So the goal is to be able to end by 1 o'clock, then we can have our lunch. Is everything clear from there? Okay, thank you. Just to let you know as well, if anybody needs, the bathrooms are straight on the left as well, if anybody needs, and there was tea and coffee available at the back as well. Now, as we're about to enter, I want to let you know something. Speakers feed off of your energy. If you give low energy, they will also give you low energy. Okay, so when a speaker comes onto the stage here, and especially later for the pitch finalists, we need to give high energy. The pitch finalists, a lot of them, they're not used to talking on a stage in front of their community. So you must encourage them. Okay, is that agreed? Good energy. Now I want to test to make sure you know what the standard is for good energy when a speaker comes onto the stage. Let me split this room here. So everybody straight here, and on my left, you guys are group A. Okay, you guys are Group A, everybody here on my left. And everybody straight down here, and on my right, you're Group B. Okay, you guys are all Group B. So Group A, and especially at the back, I want to hear your version of good energy and a round of applause to welcome a speaker onto the stage. When I count to 3 and I raise my hand like this, I want to hear your version of good energy to welcome a speaker onto the stage. Okay, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, let's go. How was that? You guys are in trouble. Okay, Group B. When I count to 3, I want to hear your version of good energy and a round of applause to welcome a speaker onto the stage. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Let's go. I know we're Mabopane, for sure. No, it's very good. Well done, well done, well done. Okay, cool. Let me get started then for the masterclass segment, and let me tell you a little bit something about Hetty, the entrepreneur who will be running this masterclass. Hetty, the entrepreneur, is a speaker on international stages. Mail and Guardian Top 200 South African Award recipient winner. Is a TEDx speaker. Was the #1 business on Vusi Tembabayo's My Growth Fund. Top 1,000 African Voices, and received the Entrepreneurial Honorary Award from the then Deputy President of South Africa. Most recently shared the stage with none other than our mentor, Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Give a warm welcome for Hetty, the entrepreneur.
Thank you so much. Good morning, Mabopane. Dumelang. Lekai. Linakiteng. I am so excited to be here. It's a full house. You got up bright and early to be here. Give yourselves a round of applause. Yes, fantastic. Are you ready to monetize? Turn to your neighbor and say, I am ready to monetize.
I'm ready to monetize.
Fantastic. Today is going to be a good day. We are going to learn, we are going to grow, and we are going to monetize our business. I'm very excited. It's still the beginning of the year, so that means that there's a lot that we can still do to grow our businesses in 2026. Are we together? Now, I know that our theme for today is digital tools for 2026. I understand. But there is an important conversation you and I need to have before we get into the digital tools. Let me be honest with you. In order for us to grow our businesses in 2026, we cannot do what we did in 2025. That's the truth. If we want greater results in 2026, it means we need to do something different. So it does not help if I tell you the digital tools you should be using. You first need to establish, where am I in my business? Where am I in my business? Because by determining where you are in your business, we can then see which digital tool is going to help us. Are we together? So let us first start by unpacking, where am I in my business? This is also going to help answer the question, oh, I've got many opportunities, I don't know which one to take. I've got many ideas, I don't know which one to execute. My mind is going in different directions, I'm not sure which one to do. By first establishing where am I in my business, it is going to help you move through 2026 with clarity. This is the year that we are unlocking opportunities. Unlocking opportunities. But before we can unlock opportunities, we first need to be able to establish which opportunities are for me right now in this season. Because sometimes some opportunities are not for right now. But we are so excited because an opportunity has come that we run in the direction of every opportunity, and before we know it, we are tired but unproductive. I don't want you to reach the end of 2026 tired but unproductive. So I might actually end up advising you to do something that may not come naturally to you, which is to do less, but be more strategic. Do less, but be more strategic. Because when you are strategic, you make more money, you have the right conversations, and you can see yourself moving from point A to point B. Are we together? Excellent. So in answering the question, where am I in my business? I want to talk about 3 stages of business that you might fall into. 3 stages of business. The first stage is the seed stage. The first stage is the seed stage. The seed stage, and think about it, when you are planting a seed, it's very, very small. The seed is very, very small. And you take that seed and you put it into the soil. That is the stage you are at when you've got an idea. That is the stage you are at when you're just starting your business. You've got this idea, it's small, nobody can even see it. You've buried it into the soil. Now, in order for that seed to grow, it needs to be rooted. It needs to be rooted in certain things. And in order for those roots to grow, what does a seed need? It needs water. What else does it need? It needs sunshine. It might need nutrition from the soil. It needs care. Sometimes you need to be turning the soil, looking after the seed, making sure that it's growing. When you are at this stage of business, you too need to nurture yourself to become rooted and to be able to grow. What does that look like? Number 1, acquiring knowledge. You do not know what you don't know. That's why it's important to be in rooms like this. Conferences, seminars, go into those spaces, especially when they're free. In the seed stage, you cannot get tired of learning. You cannot get tired of learning. I remember when I was in the seed stage, for the first year, any webinar, masterclass, anything that I would see online, I will register and I'm there. Some of them were being hosted in the US, UK, the time zone and all of that. Midnight, I set my alarm, I log into those masterclasses. Why? You must be hungry for knowledge. This is not the time to have ego. This is the stage where you ask for help. This is the stage you ask for help. This is the stage you get an accountability partner. Somebody that is going to help you to keep the promises that you have made to yourself. Because we all know us, if nobody's watching, we're not going to do it. If nobody's watching, we're not going to do it. But if we have told our accountability partner, I'm going to post on social media 3 times a week, they're going to check and say, but I only saw you post once. I'm going to exhibit my business at a conference, one conference a month. When you have an accountability partner, they're going to hold you accountable. Plugging into communities where there are other entrepreneurs is important. Your social media feed. Remember, we said that in order for a seed to grow, it needs water, it needs nutrition. It means what that seed is consuming is going to help the seed to grow. What are you consuming? If we take any of your phones right now and we open your social media feed, what we see on your timeline is going to tell us where you are mentally right now. Is it comedy? Is it jokes? Is it memes? I'm not saying let's not have a good time, but are you following coaches? Are you following mentors? Are you following people in your industry? Are you following other entrepreneurs so that we can be able to learn something from each other? Are you listening to podcasts? Are you reading books? The seed stage is the stage where you acquire as much knowledge, as much information, as much coaching, as much accountability as possible. Because when you do that, all that water, all that nutrition, all of that sunshine is going to help you to begin to grow. And do not get discouraged in the seed stage. Remember, when you are in the seed stage, a seed is small. You've got an idea, but it's buried in the soil. There's some people you're going to tell about your idea and that's human beings. You're still small, you haven't bloomed, you haven't blossomed, you haven't done anything. You are still in the dark. Hold on to your vision when you are in the seed stage, even if you're the only person who can see it. Because once you've acquired the knowledge and you are executing on that knowledge, please remember, we don't acquire knowledge for knowledge's sake. When you acquire knowledge, it must go hand in hand with execution. All right. Once you have done that, what you're going to start seeing is that your seed is going to start growing, because it's getting all of the relevant nutrition, it is in the right environment, you're making friends with other entrepreneurs, you're not sitting with your normal friends and gossiping about what we've been gossiping in 2025. We are now in the right environment that is conducive to growth. And growth then is our next stage. Growth is our next stage. When you have the right foundation and you are doing the work, growth is inevitable. So as you now begin to grow, you see that the seed starts popping out of the soil. We're starting to see a little bit of a stem. That's when people notice their business is doing something. Here you've begun to acquire customers, you're beginning to receive some kind of revenue. Maybe you're still a one-man show, or you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 employees. You have now begun to prove the concept and you can see, okay, I do have a business. In the growth stage is where most businesses end up. It is where we get comfortable, because you start to make enough money to pay for the bills. You start to make enough money to cover some of your costs. All right. So the growth stage is a stage that requires you to be able to build systems, and it is a stage that requires you to be able to build processes, because that is what is going to keep your business stable. When you do not build systems and processes, you become a slave and a prisoner to your business, because it will always need you to be there. to solve a problem, to intervene. And so you basically become self-employed. You've got a team, but you cannot go on holiday. You've got a team, but you cannot have an emergency. You cannot be away for a long period of time. Having those systems and processes means that you take the information you know about your business that is in your head, that comes naturally to you, and you put it into a system. You document it so that the next person who comes is able to think and execute like you. And that is how your business is able to run without you. Now, very, very quickly, roaming mic. We've gone through the seed and growth. Roaming mic. Let's start off with seed. Raise your hands if you are in the seed stage. Raise your hands if you are in the seed stage. You're at the beginning of your business, you've got an idea, you're trying to root yourself, acquiring knowledge and information to grow your business. That's the first stage, the seed stage. Raise your hand. Seed stage. All right, so I want to hear from some of our seed entrepreneurs. Roaming mic, just 2 minutes, who you are and what you do in your business. Seed stage.
Okay, my name is Lucas. Yeah, I'm in Vietnam. Yeah, I've invented multiple stability. It's so it works with the machine. It's with the different types of multiple stability.
Yes.
It's, but now I have a picture of a beauty and there's salon.
Okay.
It's can work, can use whatever information you want.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, fantastic. Great stuff. Thank you so much. Fantastic. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you so much. Let's hear from another seed stage entrepreneur. You can raise your hand. Seed stage. You can just introduce yourself. 2 minutes. Roaming mic. Okay, go for it.
Good morning, everyone. I have a business of beauty and events. I do nails, I do makeup, and I do massages. I also do events and company spa events on Mother's Day, birthdays, weddings, all those kind of events.
Okay, fantastic. Do you have your own venue or you do a pop-up model?
I'm a mobile spa.
You're a mobile spa.
So looking for a place.
Okay, fantastic. Great stuff. Thank you. Well done. Great stuff. Let's hear from another seed stage entrepreneur.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Alfred. I had a place, so I owned a small plaza shop.
Aha.
So, I bought some stuff, some soaps, cold drinks, mosquito coils, candles, cheese, things like that.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love that because when you hear from seed stage entrepreneurs, we can already see the vision of where these businesses can go. You know, the spaza shop can grow into a chain of supermarkets. You know, a beauty business can grow into brick and mortar and having other beauty businesses as well. So I love that. Let's hear from one more seed stage entrepreneur. One more seed stage entrepreneur. One thing I'm going to tell you is that today we are going to use our voices. Today we are going to use our voices. This is not a day to come and listen to Hetty, no. Today we are using our voices because as entrepreneurs, we must get comfortable talking about our businesses. We must be comfortable telling other people who we are, what we do, and why they must care. We need to get comfortable doing that, all right? So this is a very good practice ground for that.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Sina Ambai. I'm studying here in Mabopane. I registered my business in 2020. I registered the CIPC, also started everything. I did with catering and decorations. I managed to hire around 10 people, plus minus 10 people, which I work with when I have events. Mostly in events, I give services.
Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm actually seeing opportunities. I think when we have our collaboration session, I'm seeing opportunities where some of these different businesses can actually work together and collaborate with each other. I see quite a number of businesses within the eventing space and decor catering space. So I think that's really, really very good. Now, how many businesses are in this room that are in the growth stage? You've passed the stage of coming up with an idea, you're growing your business, you have knowledge and understanding of the industry you're in, you might employ some people, you've got some customers, and your business is beginning to really grow and bear fruit. How many individuals are in the growth stage? Just raise your hand. We want to hear from you as well. Just 2 minutes, your name, what you do. Please just share that with us, all right? I want more, I can't.
Hi guys.
Hello.
My name is Cesar. I have a business of carpentry which I started in 2012. It was a side hustle at the beginning. I didn't take it serious until 3 years back. Got all the machineries, employed a couple of people. Listening to the seminar already, I've already seen my mistakes. I think I'm stuck in the statement. Because there are some situations where you find that I need to attend to something and then leave the business. The work has taken to stop as well. I don't know why. But I need to strategize and do the system as you already spoke. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Let's hear from our next growth stage entrepreneur. Hello.
My name is Monetise. I'm an owner and founder of Salad Crafts based in Karamigua. I'm a creative. So I turn a simple thing like paper into something beautiful.
Nice.
So my niche is event coordinators.
Lovely.
And I also decorate kids' bedrooms. So I'm also stuck in the growth phase because I'm a one-man show. If I'm not there, the business will go. So I'm stuck in the growth stage.
Yes.
Which is like, by the end of 2026, I will have people that are involved.
Lovely, lovely. So you do kids' bedrooms. I goodness, talk. I've got a 12-month-old at home, and I still need to figure out his room. So you'll help me with that. All right, great stuff. Let's hear from another growth stage entrepreneur.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
My name is Eric Zita from United States of Hebron. So I'm representing Bata Fashion Design and Catering. So our business is past the stage, now we're in the growth stage, but I think the critical part of it, as you explained, is where if we're not there, the business tends to start. Because at some point, we find that we have a lot of orders for the design, especially during December time and so on and so on. So once we're not there, I think that's where the critical part of it is. We need to start to build up the system like she just said. If you're not there, the business loses. So it becomes an issue there. So, but I think for us as a growing stage, we're going to need to look into that. So how can we change that? Because we do have the employees. At some point, we feel like we don't give that, we have that much trust and faith that they will be able to do and execute as much as we're supposed to. So, but at the end of the day, it's something that we really need to look into it. And then again, apart from fashion design, when we came here, we're taken by this over there, because that's with the medicine that we're doing. But then apart from that, we also took the clinic, we were given the task at the final of the school, we came export the city, so that was what was to the clinic for hotel school as well.
Excellent, well done, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's hear just from one more growth stage entrepreneur and then we will move forward.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My name is Carol Trombe from Hamburg.
Mm-hmm.
With me, I would say that every time I get to the growth stage, because we always start concepts and we work, people come and support. But every time we get to the growth stage, we get stagnant. We get tired. We do the same ideas over and over again to a point that another person can see it.
Yeah.
And doing that.
Yeah.
And that gets us frustrated. So since 2017, we started with eventing. So we did a market, right? For 3,000 people. As a crowd, we had vendors that come and showcase some of them are here. And then we stopped.
Yeah.
And 2021, opened the car wash, got to a client list of 2,000. And got stagnant because if I'm not there, the people who came to the car wash,
yes.
not there myself,
yeah.
they will leave.
Yeah.
So currently, what we started again this year is the gym.
Lovely.
Which I'm gonna do for change. So with that, what we've done is we created processes where clients can apply for gym membership.
Okay. Okay, nice.
Forms for that. So
yes.
It moves away from being a one-on-one.
Yes.
The client when you want to play or comment or whatever, they go digital instead of going to
yes, yes.
So I'm not around or I'm sick or I have to be somewhere else. They don't have to lose faith on what we're doing.
Yes, all right. Great stuff. Thank you, thank you. And thank you all for sharing some of the challenges in the different stages. Because every stage comes with its own problems. And sometimes, because we know that entrepreneurship goes up and down, you can move from seed to growth and come back to seed. It happens. Sometimes it's due to systems and processes. Sometimes it's due to the economy. Sometimes it is due to the industry changing. So as entrepreneurs, it is possible to go from one stage to another. The other thing that you also need to realize is the length of time you have been in business does not determine the stage you are in. Somebody can be in business for 2 years and reaches the growth stage, and somebody else can be in business for 10 years and is still at the seed stage. Why? Because sometimes we start and we stop. Or sometimes we start one type of business, we leave it and start a different type of business. That is why it is important that we all understand the stage that we are in. The other thing with the growth stage that you need to be aware of is that up until the point you are at the growth stage, you are growing and building the business. In order to move from the growth stage to the bloom stage, you need to grow and build yourself. There's a big difference. You need to grow and build yourself. It has to do with your own personal development as a leader, not just as a business owner, so that you are able to lead teams that can be able to grow when you are not there. The most difficult part about the bloom stage is not everybody can come with you. It's painful, actually, because people see you blooming. Your flowers have sprouted. And you know, when flowers bloom, what happens? Bees start coming to you. You become attractive. But what people don't realize is that there is a process of grief when you move to the bloom stage. There are people that you started the business with that have not grown in capacity, mental capacity, not physical capacity, to grow to that level with you. That is why the higher up you go, the fewer people are there. And even scientifically, the higher up you go, the thinner the air becomes. Not everybody can breathe at that altitude. So there are people that are going to be left behind. And there are people that will automatically fall away, but you are also going to need to develop the emotional intelligence to have difficult conversations with people. So the bloom stage is a very, very difficult stage to be in. Even though the money is coming in, even though you are now funding ready and investor ready. And that is why most of us get stuck at the growth stage. So let's talk a little bit about the digital tools that we need regardless of the stage of business you are in. Some of these tools I'm going to chat to you about will help you in the seed stage. Some of them will help you in the growth stage. Some of them will help you in the bloom stage. When we talk about these different digital tools, I'm not saying use all of them today. I'm saying take note of them and then look and see which tools are useful for you at the stage that you are in right now. For example, if you are in the seed stage, you need to be able to have a social media visibility presence. We need to see you. We need to know that you exist. And in order to do that, you need to have business pages on social media, a Facebook business page, an Instagram business page, a LinkedIn business page. Most of us, as a default, we start with our personal pages. It's nice, we've got friends and family that are responding, but we're not getting customers there. We're getting excited because friends and family are leaving comments. In the seed stage, you need to be growing a presence that attracts perfect strangers that see value in what you are offering and want to give you their hard-earned money in exchange for your product, your service, your knowledge. Business pages allows you to professionalize yourself, and it allows you to access tools that are not available on a personal page. So if you do not know how to set up a business page, go onto YouTube and search tutorial, how to open a Facebook business page, how to open an Instagram business page, and it will show you step by step. Now, in the beginning, it will take time to grow it. You will always have more people on your personal page than on your business page. That's the reality. But you're wanting to attract the right people to your business page. Are we together? The exact same thing applies to WhatsApp business. Some of you are using WhatsApp for business, some of you are not. You want to use and download WhatsApp for business because it is going to help you to put systems in place within WhatsApp. Within WhatsApp. You've got your automated messages. You've got your tags within WhatsApp, so you can tag conversations and tag individuals and categorize them. Why is this important? Communication is going to be a strategy to attract and retain customers. So if you've got people who've asked or made an inquiry just once in your business, you can tag them with an orange color, for example. Once a week, you send a message to all the people that are tagged orange. Hi there, I know you made an inquiry this week and I just wanted to check in on you. I know it's been a very, very busy week. Just to let you know, I do still have your product available and we are packaging things to be delivered. Can I include your order? This helps you to stay on top of your inquiries. Then the people that are always ordering from you, they love your products, but maybe it's been a while since they ordered. You tag them green. Hi, I hope you're well. You know, you just crossed my mind today. I hope that you are doing extremely well. I remembered you and I've got stock of some of the products that you love, and I wanted to find out if I can do a delivery for you on Saturday. Communication is always initiated by us. But because we are not using the functions within the platforms we're already on, it ends up being a lot of work for us and a lot of admin. Are we together? Now, for those of you that are in the growth stage, you're finding that you're attending a lot of meetings. And you're thinking to yourself, I don't always have somebody to write notes for me in the meeting, but I need this meeting to be recorded. I need to go back to everything we've discussed in the Teams meeting or the Zoom meeting. You need to use AI to record your meetings and notes. Use Otter AI. OTTER-AI. I personally love this because what it does for you is it literally replaces a personal assistant. Just because you are in the growth stage, it doesn't mean you should use money for things that a tool can do for you. Otter AI comes into your meeting and it takes the notes for you. Are we together? Now, when you're in the growth and the bloom stage, you are busy. You are running up and down, you're going to meetings, you are looking at expansion strategies, you are looking for funders, you are looking for investors. You don't always have time. A wonderful app to download is Toki. T-O-K-I, Toki. What I love about Toki is that you can link it to your WhatsApp. So even when you're driving and sometimes you think, oh my goodness, you know, I need to get back to SIPO at 4 o'clock. I need to give them a call. And you're thinking, hey, I hope I remembered 4. No, just send a message to Toki. You can type it or leave a voice note. Toki, please remind me at 3:45 to call SIPO at 4 o'clock. 3:45, Toki sends you a reminder on WhatsApp, hey, please call SIPO in 15 minutes. So you don't need to rely on your own memory. Maybe you've got a meeting with someone, you just had a conversation with someone and you said, you know what, we're going to meet on Monday at 10 o'clock. Toki, I'm going to be meeting with Jamlani on Monday at 10 o'clock. Please put it in my calendar. It puts it automatically in your calendar. Please share with me a link that I can forward to Jamlani so that it also goes into his calendar. These are all tools that you are using on your phone that are going to help you to grow your business. For those of you that need productivity apps, I'm just going to name some of them. Please go and do your research, especially those of you that have got teams and you're thinking, Ayman, when I'm away, my team isn't doing the work. Monday.com, Monday.com. Trello, Trello. Slack, Slack. These are all platforms that allow you to see what your staff is doing, and they must update you. And you can literally load it onto your phone. Are we together? Another good one, especially for those in the seed stage or those of you that need to create content, but you're also very busy, use Meta Business Suite. Meta Business Suite. We know that Facebook and Instagram are linked. And very soon when you post on Facebook, you can also let it post automatically on your WhatsApp status. So one of the beautiful things with that is you can just choose one day, you record your content for the week, and then you schedule it within your Meta Business Suite. Then you don't need to worry about it. On the day that you scheduled it, it will then post automatically by itself. The reason why it is important to know the stage of business you are in is because once you've identified the stage of business you are in, you can go onto ChatGPT or you can go onto Gemini and you can say, hi ChatGPT, I am a female entrepreneur based in Mabopane. I do catering and I service businesses within my community. I'm still at the beginning stage of my business, which means I need coaching, I need mentorship, I need education, I need to formulate an accountability partner, and I want to grow visibility for my business. What are the free tools that are available for me that I can use to be able to achieve these things? And it will give you a list. Am I making sense? So a lot of these tools that we are already using, we are not using them efficiently for the stage of business that we are in. We can only ask AI to help us if we understand the help that we need based on the stage we are in. Am I making sense? That is why it is important for you to be able to determine what stage of business am I in so that I can determine the tools that I need to use to help me grow my business. All right, one last one that I absolutely love. For those of you that are in the bloom stage, but some that are also in the growth stage might help you as well. There's an application, you do have to pay for it. I think it's 200 or 300 Rand a month. It's called Hey Jude. Hey Jude. Go check it out. And it's so interesting because it combines both AI and an actual person. So sometimes you're thinking, hey, you know what, I need to make a dinner reservation. You say, hey Jude, I'm going to be having dinner at XYZ restaurant. Please call and make a booking for me. Jude does it. Yeah, Jude does it for you. You link it to your email. Hey Jude, please send an email to XYZ and just let them know ABC. It'll send the email on your behalf as you. There are tools for every single stage of our business. But we first need to understand the stage we are in so that we can use the correct tool. Are we together? Let us not be afraid to use these tools, especially on our phones, because the reality is this: your phone is your office. Your phone is your office. You no longer need to rent out an office space. Your phone is your office. So use it to the best of your ability to be able to grow your business. All right. Now, I know you might have some questions for us, and we're going to have a session after this where we answer questions. All right. So please make sure that you note down your questions. It can be about being in the seed, the growth, or the bloom stage. It can be about digital tools or any general questions that you may have about growing your business. That's not a problem at all. And we're going to spend time together answering those questions. Are we together? Are you still ready to monetize your businesses? I hope I haven't scared you off. It's still the beginning of 2026. That means that there's still a lot for us to accomplish. Are we feeling excited? Are we feeling optimistic? Excellent. Then let's be on our feet standing, because we know that there is power in the tongue. We know that there is power in the tongue. And as a man thinketh, so it becomes. And so I would like you to repeat after me. I am ready to monetize in 2026. I am ready to monetize in 2026. I am going to grow my business in 2026. I am going to grow my business. I am going to sell in 2026. We are unlocking opportunities. And we are growing in 2026. I will do it.
Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you.
Excellent,
Thank
excellent.
you.
How was that, Jay? Let's give Etty another round of applause. How was that? Jay! Oh, that was so impactful. And it's so interesting when she talks about those tools. I've got my favorites, and I saw some of you, many of you taking down notes, and some of you taking video notes. I was so impressed with that as well. And make sure, even just simply, because we went through some of them obviously quickly, those tools, the names that you wrote down, go afterwards and just check. You can go simply onto Chat GPT. If you Google Chat GPT, you go there onto that AI and say, Hetty spoke about this tool. Tell me all this tool can do. This is exactly what I do in my business. Explain how this tool can help me in my business. And you can get more detail in terms of how to utilize that for the stage that you find yourself in. Okay. We're going to be entering shortly into a networking break. Just to let you know a few things. Obviously, the bathrooms are straight on the left. There's popcorn that has been made available for everybody to be able to participate in. And also, the exhibitors are on my left and on my right. I spoke to some of the exhibitors earlier. They said they will also accept shame money. If you go to them and say, shame, let me pay for this, they will take your money. So make sure to go and visit the exhibitors. They've got lots of different products and services that they're eager to let you know about, and they've come and set up quite early, so be sure to go and engage them as well. We also have the F&B team at the back that's ready and able to engage with you on the different questions and the solutions that they have. I want you to know, have you ever gone into the branch and there's an issue? Even me, still when I go to the branch and there's an issue, I'm too afraid to call the branch manager. They are here for you. Go and ask them the questions. They are here to be able to come and serve you. Okay? So they are here to be able to engage. Go and ask them, who here knows about the F&B tool, Geo Payments? Who here, let me see if I show hands, who here knows about Geo Payments? Okay, there's a couple there. Good. Go and ask them at the back, how does Geo Payments work? It allows you to receive payments. If you don't have a payment machine, it goes directly into your bank account. Okay? They also have a platform where you can be able to list your business and get access to the F&B client base. They can be able to search for your business to be able to help them as well. It's called NAV. Go and ask them, how does this platform work? How do I get access through to this? I also want you to know, because this happens a lot during the break, and I want to make something very, very clear, especially during this break. I do not work for F&B. So the F&B team are here to be able to assist you. Go to them. They are here to be able to serve you. We are very proud to be in partnership with F&B for this Monetise Your Business program. Don't come to us with the F&B questions. They are right there to be able to assist you. Make sure to go and ask them, because they have all the information to be able to assist. Okay? Now, as we're going to go and break into this networking session, where's the roaming mic? Can you get a roaming mic? Can you just come a bit closer here? Okay, I want to test something. You can utilize this during networking, whether it's today or any other day. Can you please pass the mic through to this gentleman over here, and if you can stand. Okay, so my name is Papa. What is your name? Luki. Luki. Yes. Okay. Luki, where are you based, Luki? Mabopane, Luki. Okay. And Luki, how did you hear about this event today, Luki? Through WhatsApp. Through WhatsApp, Luki. Okay, and Luki, just short, what business do you have, Luki? Fragrance business. Fragrance business, Luki. Okay, and Luki, so far, have you gotten value from this workshop today, Luki? Yes, I did. Okay, thank you so much. Give Luki a round of applause. Thank you. Does anybody know what I was doing there? Did anybody pick up on what I was doing there? Oh, I want to hear from this. Okay, over here. Let's hear if she picked up on what I was doing. We'll be able to determine if people who are paying attention.
You were getting to get used to his name so that you can remember.
100%. Does anybody know how many times I used Loki's name over there? I used his name 18 times during that engagement. When you meet somebody new for the first time, use their name as much as possible. Because what happens is that when I see him, my brain has already done something. It's associated him with what? Loki. A man's name is to him the sweetest name in any language. Use their name. How can somebody become part of your network? You can't remember their name. No. Use the name. Okay. Then I'll explain. I did this with Lucky now, but it's a 3-step process to move somebody from a stranger to have somebody as part of your network. You can utilize this in any setting, here, outside of this room, and anywhere. Step number 1, ask questions. Ask questions. Before I learned this, I'm extroverted. You know what I do when I meet any person? I'm just like you. I just go out and vomit information about myself. No. Ask questions. Show that you are interested. Stop trying to be interesting. Ask questions. That's step number 1. Step number 2, find a connection. Find a connection as you are asking the questions. It's easy enough to do in a room like this. Why? Because most of us are in business. And gentlemen, guys, we do this very easily amongst ourselves in order to find a connection. Why? We can all talk about our favorite football team, of course. So ask. Find a connection. Then, step number 3, most important, go in that direction. Go in the direction where you have found the connection. It's that simple. It creates an automatic, normal connectivity with somebody that you just met. And you move them from being a stranger to now somebody potentially part of your network. Because what have we all learned is that our network becomes our net worth, 100%. Okay. The time now is, what is the time? The time now is 10:56. We'll break for about 15 minutes, and then I'll let you know when we can all come back. Just a reminder, the bathrooms are straight on the left. The exhibitors are waiting for you on the sides. There's popcorn straight there at the back. The F&B team is waiting for you. And there's also tea and coffee straight there on my left. Thank you so much.
Oh, we're doing the recap now. So Chris, I'll go turn it off. Are you going to be main cam? Are you going to be main cam? Put B-roll.
program will restart in 1 minute. Please take your seats. The program will start in 1 minute. So everybody, we're gonna give some a chance. If we can all just
Tumela, thank you for this opportunity. So I met Hosi over there. The name of his company is lost to me a little bit. But Hosi specializes in high altitude window cleaning. So this is a very specialized service that obviously involves high risk. I think I'm going to recommend him a lot to my network, so there's Zone 15 industrial area. And he's also going to give me a little bit of business, so I'm very grateful about this.
Wonderful. Give him a round of applause. Not only remember the business, remember the names. Wow, you guys are brilliant. Excellent. Now I also got to meet Khomotso. Where is Khomotso? I met you. Oh, Khomotso is over there. Okay, Khomotso's over there. Khomotso, I want to taste. Let's see if you can match up to Sylvester. Tell us one business that you met during this networking break and their name.
Okay, good day everyone. I met Sina over there with her friend. Sina, hi Sina. If you need anything to do with deco and beautiful things, Sina is your go-to person. She's good.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, also, I forgot her name. Azwi. I met Azwi Clinic. they deal with beautifying your skin.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. You guys are impressive. Give her a round of applause. Give her also a round of applause. You guys, you don't know, I've been to workshops where I'll ask this question and the person stands up and says, oh, I don't know their name. I don't even know the name of their business, but yeah, they do something there over there. So you guys have been great. So now will I just have Hetty come back through to the stage. What we're going to have happening here for this next 15, 20 minutes, we're going to have a Q&A segment, question and answer segment, and then we'll break into the collaboration session before we enter into the pitching session. So we're now going to have the Q&A, and you're welcome to ask your questions. Thank you.
All right, fantastic. I hope you all enjoyed the masterclass and it's given you enough time to also think about the questions that you want to ask, maybe things that you want to unpack, and then we can be able to take it from there. This can be any questions that are related to the masterclass itself, the stages of business, digital tools to help grow your business, or it can also be a general business question. All right, so roaming mic, if we can stick to 2 minutes once again, it helps us to ensure that we get through to as many questions as possible. If you've got a question or a statement you might want to add to the conversation, that is also okay. Please raise your hand. Maybe you want clarity on something. Please raise your hand. This is your time and the opportunity for us to have a two-way conversation. All right, fantastic. Let's get started.
Sister Lucia, I'm from BGNWF Lagos Company. We deal with carpentry, sound hire, and trucks breakdown collapse.
Okay.
Mostly breakdown collapse.
Yes.
Specifically now, I'm more into carpentry. I've got a problem with what you said earlier with the carpentry. I even explained in my background, I'm a perfectionist.
Yes.
I love this knowledge.
Yes.
When you deal with carpentry, there are things called some specs. And the people are working, I'm trying to save much to teach them how to do things, because if I don't do it does.
Yeah.
That's where I started to get started. But working practically, they will be good with the job, because I just give them the spec, they can continue and assembling and fitting.
Okay.
So, which system can I do or use? Because I'm expected to show them just to join in that spec, and then I will choose that time frame, because it's always on my side. No matter what, it's always on my side.
Yes, yes.
When I get project.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. You know, one of the things, and I'll also turn it over through to you, Papa. Sometimes I think, especially at the stage of business you're in, and with having staff that are executing and you may not necessarily be there, is that a staff's performance should be linked to what their output is, and there needs to be consequences. So let me give you an example. There are certain businesses whereby, let's say, for example, yes, they get whatever their basic salary is, but they can also be incentivized for going over and above, or actually meeting the spec as it's supposed to be. Because sometimes I find that people do not always do everything they're supposed to do if there are no consequences. They may know that you will complain and then you'll get over it. And so there's no reason for them to change whatever the learned behavior is. But by putting a system in place that ensures that their incentives in the business are linked to them doing well. Like, for example, in the insurance companies, after they've been on a sales call with you, they'll say, please rate your service, the service at the end. If a person gets a low rating, there's a consequence for that. They'll be on fewer calls, and if the calls are linked to commission, then there is an impact on their pocket. And so because of the fact that there's a consequence for that, they are therefore incentivized to do the right thing. So looking at ways in which you can incentivize them to do the right thing is important. Sometimes the incentive is even to say, we have a working group. If somebody's gotten a call out wherever, show me the evidence that you've done this thing correctly. And then it's put in the group. And then you have somebody, doesn't have to be yourself, that is evaluating all those different pictures and then the evidence they said until it becomes a workplace culture. Because sometimes I find that we need to find ways to retrain our team to be able to do the right thing if they've been doing it in a particular way for some time. Am I making sense? How does that sound?
Let me come in, and this is applicable to any other type of business as well, and it's something that we spoke about earlier. On a general basis, I would still recommend, because there are new tools that have come out and new systems as well that we're not all aware of. I would still recommend that you go into ChatGPT or Gemini and state, this is my business now, just like you told us, for the carpentry, these are the type of clients that I have, these are the type of workers that I have, this is how my business works. What free tools are available to help me be able to take a step back from my business? You'd be actually surprised if you just go through that exercise to see what comes up. Sometimes we also use, instead of saying free tools, we'd say tools that do not cost a lot of money, and they also give you recommendations. You'd be very surprised. But in your scenario, one thing I would definitely introduce, because you mentioned that you're a perfectionist. I'm not a perfectionist. It is a perfectionist. And so with me, the problem like in school is I was always looking for a way that I don't have to do the thing, because I'm not a perfectionist. What would be very good for you is that perfectionist, sometimes you do things perfectly because that's who you are, but you don't realize there's a process to the things that you do to make it perfect. And it's important to find a way to document it and think, how do I know that it's perfect? Because the edges are done like this. How do I know it's perfect? Because it's rounded this way. We added these different elements, and you write out a checklist. Actually, you have a physical checklist that before the staff can say, okay, well, this will be completed, and they tick everything, because you know that this is how it is to be perfect. Because the clients are prepared to pay you the money that you are charging because you are a perfectionist. But to other people, it's not going to come naturally. So you can have a checklist. Just for today, start thinking, okay, these covers, when it's done, I know it's perfect because this is correct, that is correct. Then you're already starting to make a list. And then with each item, even if you're not around, if the team have come and said it's finished, and they tick everything off, and if they've ticked everything off, and then you find that this hasn't been done correctly, then like Katie has spoken about, how you can implement consequences, and there can be consequence management. So that's something that I'd suggest that you can just take it from there.
All right, fantastic. There were some few other hands. Please feel free, roaming mic. Let's go to our next person. Okay.
Hi. First thing I was going up to Cecil. Okay. In terms of building the process, you break down the work in 2 steps. So let's really teach that step 1 to the step 2 to that. But you need to design the process before the please can just follow what you said. The other thing that I wanted to say is in regard to something you mentioned earlier regarding AI. The way that it has helped me a lot is in defining and refining my business and its values. And the way to do that would be to say, this is who I am, this is what I want to do. Ask me a series of questions to help me refine this, make it become something that I can present to people.
Yes, I love that. And which AI platform do you like to use?
I use about Gemini, ChatGPT, Manus AI, GenSpark, Claude, DeepSeek, and depending on what I want to do. I like ChatGPT, but then because it's for information, it tends to reveal things from the past which
yes, may not be relevant.
Yeah, so
yeah.
So I only go to it for specific things, and I think others for specific things, depends on what I think each platform is best for.
Which one are you currently using that maybe we haven't mentioned today that's helping you in your business? Gemini. Okay. And what do you generally use it for on a day-to-day basis?
Building systems for structuring the business.
Okay,
Yeah.
great stuff. Awesome, thank you. Thank you so much. For those who may not be familiar with Gemini, it is the AI tool that's linked to Google. So that is actually very, very nice because it keeps up to date with all of the relevant trends on Google as well. So you always get up to date information. All right, let's go to our next question all the way at the back there.
Good morning. My name is Anthony Peter. I started a business, I think, this month. I was totally demolished. But that demolition helped me to identify a talent that I had, which made me write a book, Breaking Free from the Shackles of Financial Slavery, which helped me to identify why I feel shy. Because I did not have the systems, the habits that I picked up as a child caught me up as I was running my business. There was no separation between myself and the business. You find out you just go to the man of the business thinking it's yours. So those are things that make me to feel the mistake that I made. So this book really helped me, and I'm sure and it's helping many business people. So my question is, as an old school, and most people are old school here, you don't want to be on social media platforms. You have fear on being on TikTok. But fortunately, gradually now I'm getting in there. So what advice can you give to a person like myself and others who are in school who does not want to associate themselves with social media platforms?
All right, great stuff. I think it's very important to first of all start where you can and where you are able to use. For example, a lot of people are here at this workshop today because you might have found out about it on WhatsApp, right? WhatsApp is a social media tool. You are able to be social with other people on WhatsApp. Once you are able to master WhatsApp, having a conversation with people, posting on your WhatsApp statuses, sending out messages to your tagged people, etc., you can then take that information and start doing the same thing on Facebook. Then you take that information, you start doing the same thing on other platforms. So it is just that process of getting used to being on one platform and then expanding out. One of the things that I actually heard this the other day and it just resonated with me profoundly. There is a founder of a business that recently, just here in South Africa, that sold his business for 1.6 billion rand. And he said one of the biggest lessons he has learned is that in order to succeed in life, you need to get comfortable with suffering. You will suffer in business. You will suffer to convince people. You will suffer to make sales. You will suffer with visibility. You will suffer to get funders. You will suffer to get investors. You will suffer to wake up in the morning. You will suffer with staff. So we cannot say that social media is not for us because money is for us. And if that is where the money is, you need to go where the money resides. So it is important for us to be able to say, is this a worthwhile suffering to get me to where I want to go? And if it means being a little bit uncomfortable, let us be uncomfortable for that season until we become comfortable. That's what I would definitely say.
Yeah, what I will add to that, I mean, like I mentioned, just to explain, my background is from numbers and actuarial science. So when I look in terms of things like social media and so on, that was completely alien to me. That's an enigma to me. It's not something that I would normally use, but something that's helped because I like to read. Where's that gentleman I was telling him? I read about 2 books a month. And one of the concepts that came to me some years back, as we're discussing, is what is the purpose of social media? Sometimes you see people, they're using social media for clout and for their ego and just to brag about the things that they have. But when you're a business person, understand that the purpose of social media is to create a community. If you are very clear in your mind that I'm using social media to create a community and I'm giving information that speaks to this community, then that community will end up following you and your advice and things like that. And if you say it makes sense to buy this, then perhaps they'll buy. But the main thing is that you're using it to create a community. So if you have, for instance, I've seen some with a hair care that they have. I mean, nobody's that interested that, okay, just buy my hair care, buy this, but nobody's that interested. But if you create a community on social media, educating us about how to take care of hair, educating us about some of the issues that cause your hair to fall out or to be bad, educating all types of things around hair. And somebody who's interested in that, it's like, oh, that's my community. And then when you say this is a solution for that, oh, okay, cool, then I'll go towards it. Does it make sense? So it's just changing the mindset around what is the purpose for social media. Then you can be able to take step by step, like Katie has spoken about, where you start off on one platform, move over to another platform. But it's key just to understand it's not about you. When you're an entrepreneur and you're running social media, it's not about you. The focus is on building a community.
All right, fantastic. Let's go to our next question.
Hello, it's Nongulilo again. And tell me, when you have a business and you have all the quality management systems in place, but then during the process, personally you have some challenges which affect the business to collapse. How does one come and rebrand themselves again? The best perspective of the best step to pay in rebranding yourself as a business.
And you're offering the same product and service, same business name and everything. And how long was the business, how long did it stop operating?
For 8 years.
8 years, okay. So, you know, one of the things I think is important for us to remember, and I mean, we've gone through this as well, in the retail space where you open and you close shops and all of these different things, is that the temptation when you start again is to want to rebuild what you had. And what that does is it keeps you stuck in the past. And I once read a quote that talks about how the past is a place to learn from. It's not a place to pitch up your tent and live there. So it is important to take the lessons that you got when your business was growing and thriving, but to recognize that today is a new day. And my business may have grown to the bloom or even the growth stage, but right now I am a seed. And therefore, acknowledging where I am right now and making peace with that is then going to give me the ability to look at what I need. I might need to do research. What is actually happening in my industry? What has changed from what I was doing before and what is happening now? What are the global trends? Who are the people that I should be following that are doing well? Where can I get a mentor or a coach that is going to help me as the business owner to be able to strategize and develop a plan to help me put the right systems in place for my business? So just starting with the basic foundations is going to be important before you build your way up. Am I making sense? And even getting a support for yourself as the business owner. We don't talk enough about the business owner's own wellness. And sometimes when we've closed a business or we have to start again, it also has a mental impact on us. And if we do not deal with it, in fact, Hila says next door to you, must talk to them. If you do not address that, then you bleed into your business. And you do not want to do that. Was that helpful? Okay. Papa, I don't know if you want to add anything, you're fine?
No, we need another 2 questions at a time.
Okay, we can take 2 more questions.
Good afternoon, fellow entrepreneurs. My name is Caiaphas. I run a business called Crystal Clean Solutions, where I do cleaning, different kinds of cleaning, window cleaning, your offices and whatnot. So, my question is actually threefold. I don't know if we'll have enough time to get into details about all that I want to ask, but it will also affect my fellow entrepreneurs. We spoke about tools. So my question is, how or what tools does one use in order for one to grow themselves? Because I think that's very important. Are there routines, habits, books, videos, tutorials that you find important that we should be sticking to in order to grow ourselves? The other part of the question is, how does one find their niche? Is it advisable when you are in one business and you find that the business is not doing so well to venture out into 2, 3, 4 businesses in order for you to get an income? Because at that moment you will be struggling. And the third part is, where do you get mentors? Because it's quite a struggle in our environment to find relevant people who would be in your same mental space and to give you the necessary coaching that you need.
But then I'll tackle this and then go to the next question. I think that's very pertinent and something that I'm very passionate about, especially around the tools. Much earlier on, we were early 20s, just finished varsity. We attended a business seminar, and one of the things that was spoken about, it just sat with me and changed my whole life. And the speaker said, in 5 years' time, you will be the same person as you are today. Nothing will change, except for 2 things. Number 1 is the people who spend your time with. Number 2 is the books that you read. Now, a lot of people like to read books. They don't have time to read books. I've experienced books that completely changed my life. Completely. Because with regards to mentors and so on, there's plenty of people that we wanted to mentor us, but they were busy. They were too busy to mentor us. But I found that books were our best mentors. Some books I go back and read again, maybe a year or 2 afterwards, because now the situation has changed. Beforehand, we were a C business, and now we're a growth business, and there's different things that you pick up. So when we spoke about Robert Kiyosaki being our mentor, I read every single one of his books, some of them 3 times, and it's helped us across in different methods, to the point when we were able to meet him. As we were busy listening to him and we were speaking, he says, but the way you're talking, it sounds like me. It's like, yeah, but this is from your book. This is exactly, so he's living in my mind, rent free. So you're not going to be able to access every mentor that you want in life, unfortunately. But I do find that books can be your best mentors. There are organizations where mentorship is offered. We had a group, the mentorship club, that's available even online, where there's a group of teachers, business coaches, and so on, where it's very accessible. You can go and search for the mentorship club, that's also available. And
can you maybe recommend some books that you think are quite impactful, maybe podcasts and things you're listening to? Because I think that's also part of self-mentorship.
Yes, so a part of self-mentorship. I mean, some people they find podcasts are very good. Where is he now? Yes, Samantha was talking to me that he's interested in property, and I explained that there's a property podcast called the Property Magicians podcast, which is run by 2 Black South African females, and they interviewed different property investors in South Africa. 150 of them, and with those, I listened to every one of those episodes, some of them 3 times. They're an hour long. I listened to those of them 3 times because years back, over a decade ago, we spent over 150,000 rand to get property mentorship and guidance to understand how property works. It was very expensive. And here on this podcast, it was available for free. I'm not going to mention some of the podcast names, but as entrepreneurs, there are some podcasts we should not be entertaining. That is for people that are in corporate. As entrepreneurs, when we have 24 hours in a day, just like everybody else, when we invest time in podcasts and so on, it's things that will help our businesses grow. If you just listen to it for laughs and so on, guys, you're stealing your time. You are stealing your time. We only have 24 hours to make money grow. So different podcasts, books that I always go back to. I mentioned there's a book called The Slight Edge. The Slight Edge by Jim Olson. I love that book. A great business book. As I mentioned, Robert Kiyosaki. I've read every single one of his books. There's a South African author that's a friend of ours. I love his book. It's one of the best I've read in South Africa. Witness Ndaka. Witness Ndaka. You can read his book. It's not just about money.
It's not just.
It's not about money.
Yeah, it's not just money. Yeah.
That's not just about money. I love his book. But yeah, I read a lot. I read 2 books a month. So I'm always finding different books to be able to read. Not just business books, but you can read also books on psychology, because we work with people. As business owners, we work with people. So you can read up on psychology books, money books. So yeah, the list is endless. Okay.
All right.
Last question.
Last question.
Today, my name is Mabopane from Mabopane. My question goes like this. What's your take or advice for a full-time employee who works 9 to 5, who wants to open a business? I have 2 options. I don't know if maybe you can add other options or you can stick to my options. Option 1 is to resign and concentrate on the business. Number 2, either to get a loan. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you what our advice is. That's advice that we followed, and this is one that set TV. Robert Kiyosaki talks about it all the time. So other people might advise something else, but this is our advice, and that's what we followed. Is that keep your full-time job and start a part-time business. Okay, not spare time, but start a part-time business. There will be a period in life where, people always talk about looking for balance and things like that. There will be a period in life where there is no balance because you're investing all of your time now, your part-time in building the business. And why is that our strategy and why was that recommended? It's because, when you're a full-time employee as we were, this is a safe environment. You do not know how entitled you are. We were very entitled as full-time employees. Once you start a business, even the pen you need to use, you need to pay for it. Stationery, something as simple as stationery, when you're in a corporate, it gets given to you. And if you don't have, why haven't they given it to me? You are entitled. And to run a business and to run a business, you cannot be entitled. So part of starting a part-time business is there's many hurdles to break over. The entitlement mentality, even in terms of how to make sales, how to market, all of those things you can learn when you're still falling in a seed stage. So I wouldn't recommend going off straight off the back and resigning or getting a big loan and then just leaving the business. I wouldn't recommend that at all. We've had many friends that have done that, and unfortunately, they don't have the mindset of being a business owner. They still have a mindset of being a person in corporate. So the purpose of going and doing the business part-time is to be able to have that mindset and develop that mindset by reading books, going to seminars, listening to different podcasts, that you can realize, oh, this is actually what's required to grow a business. Okay.
All right, fantastic. Thank you all so much for the excellent questions that we've had. This brings us to the end of our Q&A session. We are now going to move into our collaboration session. Now, the reason we have a collaboration session is because there is a wealth of knowledge and expertise in this room. And even within this room right now, this is an economy. We can buy from each other, we can support each other through partnerships, we can also collaborate with each other. So it is very, very important that we actually get to know each other. So the point of a collaboration session is for a person to stand up and to say, this is who I am, and this is how I want to collaborate with you. I am looking for this and this type of business. I'm looking for this and this type of support. Sometimes maybe you're looking for help with something. The person that can be able to help you might be in this room. I remember the last time we were in Soweto, there was a gentleman who had a fresh juice company, and he said, I need help getting SAB approval. And somebody in the audience said, I can be able to help you. And that automatically were able to link together. There was another lady in KwaMashu who was selling eggs. And she said, I'm looking for spaza shop owners to stock my eggs. There were 2 spaza shop owners within the audience, and automatically she gained new clients. So sometimes we are always looking outside and far away when there is actually partnerships, new clients, investors, collaborators in our own backyard. And that's what we want to do with this session. It is to be able to say, how do we then come together? All right, great stuff. So I'm going to start off and kick off. I actually want a roaming mic to go to the Perfume Co. Africa table. One of you will choose who's going to speak, because within the business model, there is also a business opportunity for a person who might want to join and grow their business. Maybe they're at a seed stage, they've got ideas, they're looking for something new, and this could be an avenue for them to do that. So if you can please stand, introduce yourself, what the business is about, and how a person can be able to work with you guys. All right.
Thank you. My name is Emma Mabopane, and I run a hub for the Perfume Co. Africa. So the Perfume Co. Africa sells oil-based perfumes. This is our signature product, which is the 50 milliliter bottles of perfumes. And there are definitely business opportunities, and there are 4 ways in terms of you can earn money. One is to buy perfume. You simply buy it for 100 rands, you sell it for 250. So literally you get 150% profit. That's how they get there. So apart from the product of the perfumes, you also have collagens, you've got house diffusers, you've got car diffusers, and you also have the skin products. So that is how you earn income. The second level of income earning is the opportunity for you to recruit other people who then can be your downliners. So as soon as the person is recruited and gets your other, and the person purchased a product in the Perfume Co., you earn 22% of the sale of that which the person has bought. So that is how you do it. So you then can literally build a team. Then so you start from the very seed idea, which I started from, and then I went on to the growth. You then had other opportunities in terms of owning a. So you have different levels. So you've got your first generation level of income, second generation level of income, third generation of level of income. As soon as you move from one level to the other, then you earn also the commission. Over and above, as soon as you move from one level as a supervisor, for example, because you enter in as a team leader, when you move on to a supervisor, we give you a bonus for just going on and attending. That bonus is about 2,500, just to say thank you. And then when you move from supervisor to the next level of manager, you then also then earn level of income. So there's a great opportunity.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Very well explained. So for any individual that may be interested, please head over to their table and get more information. So this gives you an idea of what the collaboration session is about. If you are ready to share your opportunity, please do raise your hand. Let's stick to 2 minutes because it's going to allow us to be able to go through as many people as possible. So roaming mic, when 2 minutes hits, please just tap the shoulder so that we make sure that we stick to the time. All right, let's go to our next person, please.
My name is Gabriel. I'm a founder of Fashion Empire. I make or I design disruptive streetwear. So my message here is not about collaborating, but that could be included too. But my main question is, if you are, because during Christmas and New Year, I sell a lot on Facebook Market. So I even have other here that are not convenient. So I'm just wondering if you have a digital proof that you are selling. Because for me, it's not about selling. Everybody loves getting already. So I'm taking advantage of that. So my crafts are very lovely. People like it or whatever I display. But my question is, for somebody that has a digital proof, because what I'm crying about is funding. Sometimes I get tired, I don't want to do anything. Because I take most of my time applying for funding, right? Because my clothes are moving wherever I am. So I'm thinking, I'm asking, what's the solution to someone that had a digital proof or whatever proof, but needing funding?
All right, great stuff. That is a great question, and a question that can definitely be directed to the team at FNB. They've got different funding products for entrepreneurs at different stages and different types of funding, because funding isn't just about getting the money. There's asset funding, there's working capital, there's all kinds of different funding. So what I would recommend is to go to the FNB guys at the back. They are ready, they're available, they're very, very helpful, and they are more than willing to assist. All right, great stuff. I spoke to a lady earlier on, and her name is Tato. She works with reusable sanitary pads. Tato, where are you? Can you raise your hand? Roaming mic, if one of you can please go to Tato, so that you can tell us a bit about your business and any help that you may need in growing your business.
Afternoon, everyone. My name is Tato Masake. I'm from Mabopane. I'm the founder of Taneps. Taneps is a company where we sell reusable sanitary pads for the ladies from any age of menstruation, basically from 10 until whatever age, because older people also experience incontinence, so they're not limited to those who are in periods. So the pads are organic, and you can use up to 5 years. They do not stain, and they are chemical free. So the kind of help I would need, firstly, from your entrepreneurs to say, if you have any CSI projects that you're working on, please, I would really appreciate if you can rather go for reusable than the disposable pads, considering the fact that when I started the business in 2021, it was based on 2020 during COVID. I was just thinking about those students who usually get donations from school, like what's happening at that moment, what are they using at that moment. So at least if they have reusable pads, they can wash and reuse them. And the other thing that I'm looking into that she also mentioned is getting assistant into SAPS registration. I'm just doing my research currently and in communication with them to see how I can get that going. And yeah, basically that's it. Thank you.
Great stuff, thank you. If we want to get in touch with you, how do we do that? How do we contact you? Those that might want to support outreach, CSI, Mandela Day, Youth Month, Women's Month, there are all of these different things that are happening that I think a potential collaboration can happen with TAP.
Okay, so we have a website which is www.taneps.co.za. Taneps is ANAPS, which stands for tackle nappies. So I consider them as adult nappies. Then you can also find them on Takealot, Micro online, and I usually just attend markets where we join those markets.
Okay, great stuff. Thank you so much. Any other hands that we have up? Roaming mic? Okay.
Good day, everyone. My name is Tibiso Manamela. I'm an entrepreneur behind OPR Investing Water, PHA Water, a South African water company. So what I would like to ask is how I get opportunities, especially with this kind of events that we're in, because every time I get here and I'm attending SIGFA and many more events every time I'm available, but I always see this. So I just want to know the access to this because I want to see myself in this.
All right, fantastic. So one of the things I would highly recommend, especially when you're looking to work with corporate companies work off databases, supplier databases. So they cannot contract to a person that is not registered on their system. So the very first thing you want to do is to be registered on their system. So I would recommend that you chat to the guys at FNB to say, if I want to get onto the supplier database, please point me in the right direction of who I can talk to. Also just talk to the regional teams because sometimes there are also different regional events that they are doing that you can then be able to plug into. I would also recommend and say that also talk to other entrepreneurs who can be your ecosystem partners. There are quite a number of people here that say they are in events, they are in decor, they are in event planning. Those people are your colleagues. When they're doing events, you can be supplying the water, and you can even incentivize them, so that you all work together, etc. Please just share with us your contact details for those that are listening and they're thinking, oh, wow, what you're doing is great. They would love to be able to either partner with you or buy from you. How do they get a hold of you?
Okay, thank you. Because I have most of my clients around here, and some of the entrepreneurs, by my clients who I do rent, I personalize the water, and it also helps them to also use it as a business card because it promotes their businesses. One of them, clients here, but the opportunity that I really need because I don't know in fact the channels because I'm under CSD and probably SA which are helping me out, and I'm also in the process of getting my products under Marco and Tinkero. But I also would love when I sit here, I see my product with the people that I'm interacting with.
Absolutely. How do we get a hold of you?
I have a Facebook page, it's Aqua OBR Prepare Still Water, and I have a website which is www.aquaobr.co.za. And my number is 076-735-6911. And yeah, some of the people they know me around here, they can contact me or come to Harawa. I stay in Harawa.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, fantastic. There was another individual that I spoke to earlier on, Sylvester. He's very big within the AI space and also has a venture studio. And I felt that there's a very strong synergy with building of digital tools and being able to have an implementation partner that helps you grow. Sylvester, where are you? Can you raise your hand high for us? Are you still in the room here, Sylvester? Okay, great. Let's go for 2 minutes, please. 2 minutes.
Well, I'm happy. Thanks once again for this opportunity. So yeah, I run an AI adoption and implementation consultancy as well as a venture studio. So we've been monitoring the rise and emergence of AI, and we understand that there are businesses that have been doing things a certain way for a long time, but AI is going to be disruptive on their systems, on their processes. So we help organizations ease into this process. We will train your staff, we look at what you want to do, what your workflow is and how AI is going to impact it. We'll update it and help you to upgrade, including training your staff. We also invent studio, which means that we recognize that there are a lot of people who have ideas on how to solve problems in their communities, but because they were not technically talented, now AI empowers them to do so, and we help them build these products and carry them on to profit. For instance, when so we were approached by a number of professionals in the medical space who said to us, look, we are dentists, we are eye specialists, we are all this, but we are finding it difficult to reach our clients, especially in the suburbs.
Great stuff. Thank you. Thank you. How do we get a hold of you? If we want to use your services, how do we do that?
Okay, my website, transformer.africa, www.transformer.africa. My email is investor@transformer.africa. My cell number 0638973294.
Great, thank you so much. I think this is very important for those of you who do have teams, who do want to implement these tools, who want training of the teams, etc. I think that that makes a really huge difference. So Sylvester is there and available to support you. All right, let's take one more person then before we close off. One more individual, please. 2 minutes.
My name is from Mabopane. I recently started a business that sells property. I'm an agent. I work for a company called Harcourt's Properties. I'm an agent. We sell property. If you want to buy property, sell it, I can be able to help you. My cell phone number is 076 4850 885. Thank you.
All right, fantastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you all so much. I hope we've gotten all of these details. And also, I think what this does is that it shows us the wealth of knowledge that we have within the room and the opportunities that exist within the room. Let's continue with our networking throughout the workshop and being able to actually connect with each other. I think what we've also learned from this collaboration session, and you're going to see even with the pitch competition, we need to be able to say who we are, what we do, and why you should care in 2 minutes. If you cannot say it in 2 minutes, it means that you yourself do not know. 2 minutes is enough, all right? So this is something that I think we need to be able to practice. Before I get off the stage, I want to make sure that you keep plugged into our ecosystem. On YouTube, please search Monetize Your Business. We do have a podcast on YouTube. So that's where our growing and learning continues. We also have online masterclasses, absolutely free on Zoom. So we share that information on the WhatsApp group. If you're not in the WhatsApp group, please go to the registration desk for them to add you to the WhatsApp group so that we can continue our learning and our growth. And make sure you're following us on Instagram and Facebook. It's at Monetize Your Business as well as LinkedIn to see where we are having our next workshop as well. All right, I've said a lot, so let me hand back over to Papa. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are now entering into the next phase, which will be the pitching segment. We'll be entering the pitching segment. You guys know who you are. You've been engaged with Joyce earlier, but just to reiterate and then just make your way to my left over there. So that is Nonkululeko Nora. Nonkululeko, please make your way to my left. Teboho Malikutu. Teboho, please make your way to my left over there. There's also Sello Monare. Sello, please make your way to my left as well. Then there's Gabriel Alani. Gabriel, please make your way to my left as well. Then there's also Tsepo Moabi. Tsepo, please make your way to my left. Wonderful, yes. So we're entering into the pitching segment. Now, I want you to know that they have all been given strict instructions. Some of you, I see, were not here earlier, so you just need to know. Because I can see eyes wondering, why am I not going there to pitch? What's going on here? So we received 74 pitching applications. We received 74 pitching applications, which is a lot. It's a lot that came out from Mabopane. And the team had to go through them, and we fortunate to have a few that we're going to be able to listen about their businesses. Yes, and then also the judges, if you can please make your way to my left over here, if the judges, if you can please make your way to my left over here, the judges, we are waiting for you as well. And Daniel, if you can please also make your way to my left over here as well. Daniel, please make your way to my left over here as well. Then we'll be able to go. So just to let you know how this happened, Roy, you make your way to my left. Yeah.
And how your business contributes to the
We give them strict instructions, and those instructions are that they only have 2 minutes to do their pitch. They have 2 minutes only to do their pitch. There's different questions for them to be able to answer during the 2 minutes. Some of the questions we need them to be able to answer relates to who are you. Tell us a little bit about yourself. We want them to tell us who are you. Those need to be able to tell us what is different about their business. What makes their business unique. They also need to be able to answer what problem does your business solve? What problem does your business solve? Also, we want to know, how does your business make money? How does this business make money? We also want to know, what will you do with the money? If you win this cash prize of 20,000 Rand, what would you use the money for? Also, they can answer, how does the audience reach you? We want to know, how can the audience reach you? And for all of this, they only have 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Now, we gave them a notification before, and we told them to practice on the bird, and we're going to see how this comes about. Now, remember, you and I, we have an agreement. This morning, we made an agreement with each other here. What are we going to do when somebody comes to pitch? We're going to give good energy, high applause to encourage them. It is not easy to be on the stage. I've been doing this for 3 years. It should be a little bit easier for me, but I'm just going to have my butterflies fly in formation.
Okay.
It's not easy for them.
Yes.
Okay. So you are going to get good energy. Are we agreed? Are we agreed? Okay. Our first participant that we have coming to give a 2-minute pitch is Nonkululeko Nora. Please help me welcome Nonkululeko to the stage.
Good day, my name is Nonkululeko Nora Kotokwane. I'm from a company called Tavila Interiors. We do interior design and decorations. We offer also products. We have upholstered headboards, your custom-made furniture, wallpapers. We do paintings as well. How do we do our business? We offer interior design services, and we also provide products. And what problems do we solve? We solve a problem of helping customers helping customers to come up with a layout of a functioning layout of an interior. And what will I be doing with the money? We need to have jigsaws. We need to have industrial sewing machines. We need to also have fabrics to make some of the products. How do you reach us? We have a Facebook page. It's Tavila Interiors on Facebook. Then we also have a WhatsApp. Our numbers is 083 489 7105. 083 489 for 7105. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. As the next participant gets ready, you know, I'm going to be telling you the different questions because it gives you time to write those down for yourself. One of the questions, of course, to ask is, what is your business? Tell us about your business. And the reason we do that is because we force them to go back and look in front of the mirror and think, actually, what is my business? In a very, very short space of time. Some of you will ask, what is your business? And you expect us to sit there for 10 minutes listening to you? No. Nobody's got time for that.
Easy, just talk about your business, how people get, how you contribute to the community.
And write down, actually, what is my business? In the end, this is what is my business? What do you do? You can be able to shrink it so you can communicate to anybody in a short space of time. Our next participant that we have coming through to the stage is Teboho Malikutu. Please everyone come to the
Could I please put this thing on you?
Okay. Good afternoon, colleagues. How are you doing? I trust you're good. This is Teboho Malikutu from Gritty Solar Projects. Gritty stands for Genesis Renewable Technologies, Training and Investments. The Gritty Solar Project's mandate is to empower Africa's residential and industrial transition through alternative energy and integrated green infrastructure. First, we saw the opportunity, and South African industries face a triple crisis of rising energy costs, lack of decent housing, and flexible infrastructure, and a massive skills gap. Gritty addresses this by modular solar-powered properties and industrial hubs. Second, the core technology and partnerships. Gritty is the exclusive South African partner for Agdenis Rec, which is based in Istanbul, a global leader in intelligent and automated shelving and relocatable warehouses. We integrate Agdenis Rec hardware with solar PV systems and AI-powered energy management systems by a company called Arc Energy in Doha. The result is a plug-and-play property or warehouse that is off-grid, relocatable, and optimized for carbon reduction. The revenue is in asset sales, direct sales of integrated solar products, or eco homes and warehouse units to agri, mining sector, and so on. Lease to own by providing SMEs with affordable access to green infrastructures. Trainings, that's what we do, recurring revenue through maintenance and corporate sponsored land-to-end training slots. Number 4, climate and social impact, decarbonization, displacement of coal-based grid power with decentralized solar. The Land-to-End program creates a pipeline for unemployed graduates into high-tech green roles. And the 20,000 rand we are getting today is going to be spent on upgrading Gritty marketing tools and the logistics to run errands for Collapse. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you, thank you. It is not easy to be here. It's not easy. You get only 2 minutes. It's not easy to put all of that together and to get it done in 2 minutes. And we appreciate the efforts there. I'll remind you one of the questions to be answered is, how does this business make money? How does the business make money? Can I tell you what?
Good. Can I mic you up, man?
In June last year, they had about a style pitch where people could pitch their business, and it was proper funders that were there from even outside of South Africa. And some of these individuals, they got 5 minutes to pitch. 5 minutes to pitch. There was a lady there, she was asking for 5 million rand. There was another gentleman asking for 10 million rand. And there was an individual that got up and was asking for 25 million rand. And you know what is interesting? When they asked that 25 million in their pitch, they spoke for 5 minutes, and we all sat there confused. You know why? She hadn't received instructions. She spoke for 5 minutes, and we all sat there thinking, how will this business bring in money? And that's why it's important for all of us to be able to learn that skill, no matter how much we ask for, be able to explain very clearly how does the business make money so that it's unquestionable. Okay. We then have our next participant that we have coming through, which will be Sello Monetise. Please help me welcome Sello to the stage.
Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Sello Monetise. My company name is Declaring Rafola. The business of my company is traditional medicine product. It creates natural, effective herbal health product. Number three, I'm solving the problem of limited access to safe, effective traditional health product that support immune functions and overall wellness, backed by both ancestral knowledge and modern quality standard. Number 4, product sales. Selling traditional health products in bracket, capsules, tears, creams, online or in stores. Supplying products to health stores, spas, or clinics like clinics. Number 5, using an ancestral knowledge with modern quality central and is locally sourced ingredients. And we have already got interest from key players in the industry. Number 6, product development, marketing, regulatory compliance, buying ingredients in bulk, improving manufacturing processes. Number 7, website, social media, contact number, email, physical store locations. You know, Kenya go bolela something ka language ya ka go fellow. We have been struggling as traditional healers. Everybody knows. We have been recognized in 2007. And we have been there for decades. Now, it's not easy to make business with traditional medicine because they must go through this research. You can't get into business if you have not researched your product. You can't. And it's not easy to research your product. It goes, maybe you will spend something like 3 million. It's just that I don't have time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you very much, Malone.
Okay.
We are almost there. And I'll see. I spoke to you earlier, the Entrepreneurs Year-End event, just 2 years ago as well, when we had Pusi Tibokwaya and a couple of other funders there, and we had a pitching competition, and a young man came out and he did his pitch, and all the judges agreed he gave the best pitch. Every judge agreed he gave the best pitch, but they did not select him as the winner. Do you want to know why?
This guy is funny.
When it came to answering what will you do with the money, do you want to know what the young man said? He said, I have worked this year and I am tired. I'm going to take this money and take myself on holiday.
Oh, Lord.
And all the judges said to him the same thing. They said, young man, never ever do that again. We want to know how will this money help the person. How will it help the money? How will this money help to grow the business? So we can see potential, even that there can be more income that will come into this business. Perhaps more jobs that can be created. We want to know not about your wanting. So it's a lesson for all of us when we get an opportunity to make sure we answer correctly. Okay. Our second last participant that we have that's coming through, and I saw from the back you're losing energy.
I'm just going to read
I want to higher up. Our next participant we have is Gabriel Alani. Please help me welcome Gabriel to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. The first question is, who are you? My name is Gabriel Alani. I'm the founder and owner of Folk Fashion Empire, a South African street and denim brand that turns raw denim and statement-making fashion. So we sew raw denims, and we also work on vintage denim. So the second question is, what is your business? We create high quality, destructive denim streetwear. We don't just sell clothes. We sell culture, creativities, and identity throughout every piece. So meaning we put our craftsmanship in every pieces that we make. So the third question is, what problem are you solving? We noticed that South African fashion industry lack originality and opportunity for local artisans. We solving this problem by creating jobs and development skills and produce unique product that stands globally. So the fourth question is, how does your business make money? We generate revenue by selling creative denim, streetwear, and limited edition pieces by local and international, directly to customers and through online platforms. So we sell through AI, ChatGPT, and Facebook. That is how we make money. That is how we generate revenue. So the fifth question is, what is your unique selling point? Our raw denim, craftsmanship, storyline, and bold brand identity makes every piece a statement. We don't just sell clothes, we create fashion movements. The last, number 6 question, what will you use the funding for? I'm going to use that funding to buy sewing materials, a lot of materials that I need. Actually, I'm not a tailor, I don't sew, but lack of funds to employ somebody that will sew for me. So that's why I started sewing. I'm a creative director, I create. I'm not a tailor, but at the same time, I do sew, just to make my business moving. So the last question.
Thank you. Give a round of applause. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. We're now at the end. We have the last person pitching here today. I just had a word with them, and you won't believe it. But we're gonna let him know that he's got no reason to be nervous. He's gonna come out on the stage and he's gonna tell us his story. Please help me welcome to the stage, Temple Moabi, to the stage.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. As you've heard, my name is Tsepo Moabi. I'm a maths tutor who has turned into a maths education researcher. As I was teaching my students, I realized that the reason they are failing is not because they're not intelligent. It's because in whatever work they're doing, they lack gaps in their knowledge or skill. And so I am building a website which is a testing and learning platform, which helps with, as the students are taking the tests, it looks for the first mistake. And with that first mistake, you realize that this is where the student needs a foundational fill up of the gap. And so this is a platform which is aimed mainly towards tutors and teachers. It helps give them matrix and graphs and information on how to structure their lessons, either for a class or for an individual. It's unique in the sense that it's the first of its kind, and it's going to make money through tutor and school submissions, math bootcamps, educational resources, institutional partnerships, and it's also got a potential for global scalability. And the money will be used for developing this online platform, which is a challenge because it needs programming languages which are not common for programmers like LaTeX and MathJax. It's meant to make learning maths easy and fast for everyone to faster. Kids learn faster and it becomes much easier, and it gives the tutors and teachers more precision when they are doing the work with the kids. That's all. If you want to contact me, it's Tepo Moabi 072-826-2448 or tlmoabi@gmail.com. The website is not online yet. I'm still working on it.
Thank you so much for that, Tepo. Thank you so much for that. And then you have those are your pictures, the finalists that have come out from Mabopane. Give them all a round of applause. That's not easy. Now I'm going to release you, just enter into a break so that the judges can be able to deliberate to work out who our winners will be. And before you come out after me, before you come out, I want you all to know I'm not a judge. So we're going to give the judges some time and then we'll find out from them. I will find out when you find out about who the winners are. The bathrooms are straight there on the left. Just reiterate, the FMB team is straight there at the back. The exhibitors are still available for you as well to be able to engage further. I'll let you know when to come back once the judges have given me their signal. Thank you, and I'll come back to you just now.